Hi there, and welcome to my channel. I'm Ann Milano with House Miracle Real Estate Group and Keller Williams, and tonight's episode is all about how to interview a real estate agent. So, the first question that you should ask your realtor is, number one, how long have you been in the business? Now, the answer to this question might be a little confusing to you. You would think that the person that had the most amount of time vested in their profession would have the best marketing strategies when it comes to putting your house on the market. The truth of the matter is, the person who might just be straight out of real estate school with the number one technology company would be a better person to ask to sell your house. Why would that be? Well, the person that's been around for the last 30 years, well, she may or may not have kept up with technology. And if that's the case, you're in trouble. Because although she might have a good track record of selling houses, she doesn't know the best exposure and the easiest marketing ways to get things out there and to be able to sell it in the quickest period of time. So the agent that has the best technology, well, that's the one that wins. Make sure that that agent has good presence in a variety of different places. Number one, a great website. Number two, great internet savvy, knowing all about SEO engines and all this other optimization things to make sure that she's getting the right keywords in to be able to place your ads in a perfect spot for the majority of people to be able to see them. The next thing is make sure she has good presence on Facebook. Make sure there's good presence on Instagram. Make sure that they have a YouTube channel where they're promoting things, just like this one. Anyway, just make sure that technology is the place that everything is going to go and that they know a whole lot about it. And make sure that they can be able to prove to you how many views they get, let's say, on a Facebook ad when they throw it out there to the public to see if their demographics is done correctly. Anyway, I know I've talked a lot about big words here with things that probably you don't even know about or care about. All I'm saying is make sure that they can prove to you that they have great marketing experience in marketing a product out in the internet, since 95% of homes today are sold through the internet. That's where buyers go, and that's where you want to be showing up. The next question that you want to ask your realtor is, are you the neighborhood specialist? Do you specialize in my area? Well, if they said, oh yes, I'm the neighborhood specialist, I'm going to tell you a little story. One time I had a client who, for one reason or another, almost signed with another real estate agent. They were at the bus stop with their daughter, and the girl standing there said, yeah, I'm the neighborhood specialist, you should list with us. Well, she totally forgot my phone number. Luckily, I called her right before she was getting ready to list her house. And I said, oh, you're getting ready to move? When are we selling your house? And she said, oh, I'm already getting ready to sign up with the neighborhood specialist. And I said, oh my goodness, we need to chat. Let's find out what the neighborhood specialist had to say. Well, the neighborhood specialist wanted to price her house $30,000 below where I wanted to price it. And she was like, are you sure? Are you sure? Guys, a good agent can literally parachute into any city USA and use the tools that they know how to use in order to price a property. I could fly into California or Florida or New York for that matter, and I could sit here, do my analysis using the tools that I know how to use, and I can figure out, well, how much your house should sell for. I can tell you how long it will stay on the market, and I can tell you what the market is willing to bear for it. So with that being said, a neighborhood specialist, just because they call themselves that, doesn't necessarily mean they are one. Find out what they really know. And oh, by the way, that particular client's house I was able to sell within 24 hours with multiple offers for $5,000 over asking price. Number 3, you would like to find out if they can please provide you with references. References are easy to find. They can tell you about them, but more than that, you can do your own research. Go on Zillow or any of the other real estate channels, and you'll be able to find your realtor's name with various different people that have put up various different information about them. Reviews are really important, and you'll be able to find them online. When people are happy online, they are happy to boast about it. When people are sad and don't have a good experience, they are happy to provide that information as well. The internet can either make you or break you. As far as I'm concerned, you have one name in real estate, and it better be a good one. The next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that before that agent leaves your home that you get a listing price. Now, when they walked into your house, they did a comparative market analysis. In that market analysis, they have a range. The range is, let's say that could be anywhere from, let's say, $400,000 for, let's say, a slab without a basement, or it could be $450,000 for a finished basement. That $50,000 swing is going to determine where they're going to want to price your house. There's a couple of things that influence the price. Number one, condition. Condition is probably one of the biggest things that influences a price. Number two, do you have a finished basement? Finished basement is very important. Or is your basement unfinished? Are you sitting on a slab? There's always a low side to a subdivision and a high side to a subdivision. Depending upon where you fall in that range is where the agent has in her head, the minute she's walked into your house or he's walked into your house, has made an idea of what they want to sell it for. Now, the question is, does that number that they came in thinking that your house should sell for, does that coincide with the number that you think that the house should sell for? Most sellers think their house is worth way more than what it actually is worth. You've got to bear in mind that overpricing a house, you can't shoot yourself in the foot faster than by overpricing a house. And also you have to remember another thing. I've gone into houses before where a seller will sit there and say to me, well, I don't care if it appraises. Well, you may not care that if it appraises, but I can assure you that the buyer and the agent that's bringing the buyer, or the buyer that just comes on their own to your house, is going to want that house to appraise. I don't care if they're paying cash, if they're getting a VA loan, an FHA loan, or a conventional loan. If that house doesn't appraise, I can assure you they will walk away quicker than, lickety-split from getting into your house. And they have every right to do that, because guess what? Nobody wants to buy anything overpriced. You wouldn't buy anything overpriced, would you? I wouldn't think so. So my suggestion is get a number from that agent. Hear what she has to say. I cannot tell you how many appointments I've gone on where I've asked the seller, so what did the agent before me say that the house was worth? And the guy sitting there says, I don't know. They said they'd get back to me on that. That is just not right. Once I walk into a person's house, I have the comps. I know what that house can sell for. So make sure that agent gives you a price. The last question that you want to ask your real estate agent is, what is your commission? How much do I pay you? So they've explained to you their marketing plan. You've put value on that. They've explained to you their staging policies. They've explained to you their professional photograph policies. They've explained to you all of the mail outs and the different advertising that they'll do through the social networking in a variety of different places. Now, remember, all of that costs money. It's very expensive to be in business as a realtor. So they have to be able to stay in business in order to be able to do business for you and in order to be able to represent you properly when it comes time to selling your house. My suggestion to you is watch the way that person negotiates that commission, and you will know exactly how that person is going to negotiate for you when it comes time to sell your house. If they give away the store for their own money, more than likely they're going to give away the store for your negotiating price on your house as well. Remember, the person with the best poker hand is the one that wins. Or I should say, the one with the best poker face is the one that wins. I'm Ann Milano, and thanks for stopping by. See you next week. Bye.